Hello, my name is Frank Aguilar. Um, let's see, I'm going to give a real quick testimony. Um, Life before knowing Jesus as our Savior. I was raised Catholic in a family of 5 kids and 2 loving parents in a chaotic Hispanic Catholic family. I came to know the Lord when I was 14. Then I backslid for 26 years. During that time, I lived a crazy party life, and I need a lot more time to explain that, but it was nuts. I then got married, became a father, and after trying to live on both sides of the road, life started to crumble, and it crumbled hard. And in 2002, I was at my breaking point. I was brought to my knees, and I asked God for help. I told the Lord that I could no longer try to lead or fix my family by myself, and I needed His help. By knowing the Lord back when I was 14, I knew where to go, so I started to go to church regularly myself. During this time, my son Ernest Anthony had been praying for his mom and dad to go to church, because if there was one thing I did right as a parent was get my son to church every Sunday, although my wife and I did not go. He was our little tugboat. I then began to serve at church. That is when the intentional transformation began. Life began to change. After a few months of my metamorphosis, my wife really liked what she saw, and she started to attend church with us, and she began to serve with me. Things are rolling now, and in our household, we believe that we love people, we love God, and we serve the world. And that was part of our family motto: love God, love people, and serve the world. A couple years later, I was doing my taxes with a good friend, Mike Wood, and we got to the part of donations or tithing. And he told me that just by dropping 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, whatever was in my pocket that week, I was doing it the wrong way. He said, well, whatever you give, first of all, you do it joyfully. And he challenged me to go ahead and start writing a check for 10%. And every time I wrote the check, I put a little, I don't know, the accountant knows it here, every time in the memo I put a smiley face and I put God. And I really look forward to doing that. I discussed it with my wife, and in the first time of our marriage, we actually agreed on something. And I said, wow. We started to see blessings fall left and right with no explanation. We were then able to pay all our taxes that we owed from years before during our party life. We went through a bankruptcy, which was really a gift. And we started going on these vacations. We went to the British Virgin Islands, lived on a sailboat for 8 days, and how we did it, I don't know, but it's just weird on how God provided for us. In 2008, I was nearly killed and ran over by a 14-yard dump truck, which was by a city employee on city property. And by the way, I was a city employee myself, but in Washington, it's no fault state, so I didn't get a large settlement or anything. They just paid for my medical bills and told me, you can't do your job, we're going to fire you or resign. So I resigned. So I got to hurry up. At that time, I found myself weeping, asking the Lord, what do I do now? They're forcing me to resign. I have no job, have no education. Oh, I have a GED. Woohoo! And he answered me, Frank, you man of little faith, haven't I always told you, if you are obedient and do as I ask, that I will provide for you? Well, it's true. And I think because of tithing and trying to do the best I can as far as being a servant and leading my family the way God intended me to, things started to happen. During that time, came to California for a family reunion, and went to go eat lunch with some buddies at Northrop Grumman, who at the time told me that there's no openings available. And anyways, the positions that I was looking for required a degree, which I didn't have. But it so happened that I saw another friend. He asked me if I was looking for a job, and I said no. But what do you got? He goes, send me your resume. So I gave him my resume, And he did ask if I had a degree, and I said no. So we went back to Washington, and I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do? Am I go back to a restaurant, wash dishes, and do whatever? Well, I got a phone call saying that they were going to hire me with my GED for a position that I never ever dreamed of doing. Since then, we moved to El Segundo, worked in El Segundo, lived in Long Beach. The marriage was rolling, really going. It's everyday honeymoon, and it's getting better and better every day, as long as that I'm close to God. The closer I am to God, the closer I am to my wife or other members of my family. We bought our first house in Temecula, and we started to attend the Orchard Church on Pastor Jim's first service. During the meet and greet, I was sold. I knew that Orchard would become our home. Our parents now live with us, which is a blessing. I truly believe that asking Jesus to forgive me for my sins and trying to my best of my ability, he will carry me through the peaks and valleys of my walk. And I just want to let you guys know that it is true, and I'm living proof that prayer works, and getting closer to God, things do happen. So thank you all. Love you guys.